So far, we have talked about the case where there was an error in the knowledge, or an error in the reasoning, or in the learning. The knowledge, for example, was incorrect in some way. But the knowledge can also be incomplete. There can be a gap in knowledge, or in reasoning, or in learning. A gap in knowledge occurred when we were doing this exercise under explanation-based learning. In that particular case, the agent had built this part of the explanation, and it also had this part of the explanation. But it could not connect these two because there was no knowledge to connect that an object that has thick sides and that can limit heat transfer will protect against heat. Once the agent detects this as a knowledge gap, then it can set up a learning goal. The learning goal now is acquire some knowledge that will connect these two pieces of knowledge. Once the agent detects a knowledge gap, it can set up a learning goal. The learning goal now is to be able to connect these two pieces of explanation. Notice that we are seeing how agents can spawn goals. In this particular case, the agent is spawning a learning goal. You may recall that when we did this exercise in that explanation-based learning, the agent went back to its memory and found a precedent, found a piece of knowledge that enabled it to connect these two parts of the explanation. And so this link was formed, and the agent was then able to complete this explanation. This is an example how the learning goal was satisfied using some piece of knowledge. In this case, the knowledge came from the memory, but the agent could have potentially also acquired the knowledge from the external world. For example, it may have gone to a teacher and said, I have a learning goal, help me with the knowledge that will satisfy that learning goal. This ability to spawn learning goals and then find ways of satisfying or achieving those learning goals, or any goal in general, is another aspect of metacognition. So this was an example of how metacognition helps resolve a gap in knowledge. Now let us see how it can help resolve gaps in reasoning or learning. To see how metacognition can help resolve reasoning gaps, let us return to this example of using mean-sense analysis in the block's microworld. Once the agent reaches a cul-de-sac in the reasoning, the agent could form a reasoning goal and ask itself, how can I help resolve this cul-de-sac? It may then be reminded of the strategy of problem reduction, which reduces these goals into several independent goals, and then the agent may go about achieving each goal one at a time. Thus, in this example, the agent set up a new reasoning goal and then used that reasoning goal to pick a different strategy and thereby achieve that reasoning goal. Note also that this is one way in which we can integrate multiple strategies. We first used mean-sense analysis, ran into cul-de-sac, formed a new reasoning goal, used that reasoning goal to pull in a different strategy, problem reduction, and then go back to the original strategy, mean-sense analysis, for achieving each goal independently.